Look, can we just go down there and talk like adults instead of standing here acting like little kids?
I can act like an adult.
I think you're right, Larry.
Yeah, I definitely can act like an adult.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Well, you're not acting like adults right now.
He's not acting like an adult. I'm acting like an adult.
What is this, dude? Why is it always that? Why?
Because that's the way you make it every single time.
about.
No, you make it the same way. It is.
You're making it right now.
No, look at you.
You're doing it.
Calm your hand down, Mr. MacGyver.
Because you don't stop.
Yeah, you got a special hand there?
I don't have a special
Look,
hand.
just let's go down there and talk, okay? Just sit down, just stop talking now, and weall go talk.
All right. After you, madame.
Saying that just like what you said just then. That's what I'm saying. Can't you just stop talking and just come down here and sit down for a second?
I can.
I feel like I'm at marriage counseling or something right now.
All right, Dr. Phil, let's see what you got.
I wish I could talk like him right now. I really would.
That would be cool, right?
Yeah. I mean,
actually pretty
I got pretty much the hairstyle for it.
You do. Well, you need. I think his beard's darker. He probably colors
He has
it.
a beard?
He has facial hair, mustache.
Oh, okay.
Look, there's things about Weber that bug you, right?
100%.
And then I'm sure there's things about Joe that bug you. So I think if we could just sit down right now, have a normal conversation, and we can figure out what's bothering you, both of you guys, and how we can each actually work. And if you got anything towards me, tell me. And we can all work on something and try to be better and get along better. Instead of acting like little kids, we can actually be like adults.
Keep on doing this adult thing out there.
Joe, I mean, it seems like little kids in the schoolyard yelling at each other.
I understand what you're saying, and I
I'm not just saying on your part. I'm saying on both parts. Okay.
Yeah, but you're looking right at me. It feels like you're saying.
I'm on both parts. Okay.
All right.
I'm just saying, and I think sometimes you take some things that just because I'm looking at you doesn't mean I'm just talking about you.
You're
okay?
right. I do.
All right. So look, I'm going to give you a chance to just say what is bothering you about Weber, right? And Weber, please don't say anything while he's talking.
No problem.
Right? And then Weber, I'm going to give you the chance to say what's bothering you about Joe. And then Joe, please don't say anything then, okay? All right, so Joe, what is it that...
Yes, Larry.
No, I'm trying to be serious. Like,
yeah, no, I get it, but you're making it weird. Sorry. No, you're doing the right thing. No, we have to do this. Just get it out. I'm sorry. I'm anxious in there.
What is it about Weber that really bothers you so much?
I mean, his presence when he's around. I just feel like that he's always coming at me in a certain kind of way. He's very condescending to me. He talks down to me. I feel like he feels like he's better than I am. And he's very calculated in the things that he does and when he does it. Like, I think he does things on purpose at a certain time to get me worked up. Like, he knows me and he wants to use that against me.
Okay, is that it?
No, but we don't have time for everything. So that's a good start.
All right. So, okay, Weber. Now, what is it about Joe that bothers you?
Well, Larry, you know, I feel he's just as condescending as I am. I mean, we're a bunch of guys here always busting each other's stones and everything, trying to have fun. But the one thing that really gets at me is that he seems to be calculative about when he does his diva thing and he flies off the handle and says, it's always me and I'm always doing this and always... Man, why? Why does he gotta always steal the show? We're just here having fun and it drives me nuts, Larry.
Okay, you want to counter now? Go ahead.
Well, I think this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's weird that I'm also condescending and I'm also calculated.
Let's not get loud. Let's just try to...
I think it's weird, Larry, that I'm
that's
also
just weird the way you're talking right now.
And I'm also calculated or whatever you said it was, calculator, or... Calculative, whatever word you made up. I feel like he's just, all I'm saying, everything I say, he's just reversing it back on me. And then making me look like I'm the bad guy. I think that's all he does. And it's very aggravating because nobody else seems to see it but me.
Okay. Do you have a rebuttal for that?
That's kind of like gaslighting. Like if you're always saying that I'm always trying to do that, but I'm not. Like I said, Joe, everybody was talking during everybody's backswings, but you had to just explode.
It wasn't the talking during back swings. It was the clucking like a freaking chicken. No.
That was funny.
It was not funny, dude.
Did you do that on purpose, or?
Absolutely.
100% he did.
Oh, okay.
Even Tom said he saw.
Well, I wanted to just hear it out of his mouth.
Absolutely.
If he did.
We're just having fun.
Issues me.
I didn't think a backyard golf game would mean that much to you, Joe.
But to me, though, why wouldn't you do it to Kevin? Why? I'm sorry.
I talked during everybody's backswing.
No, you didn't cluck during anybody else's backswing.
I didn't cluck
You didn't
during
call
anybody's
behind
backswing.
anybody's backswing.
And that was
besides
funny.
mine.
I'm sorry.
And he didn't
I think that's funny.
behind anybody else's back. Why is it funny? But
think
why
that's
me?
funny. I didn't
do it to
yet.
Larry and see if it's funny. Do it to Kevin and think it's funny. Why me? Because I feel like when you compile things,
We were all doing it.
over and over. We weren't all doing it. That's the issue that I have.
I feel like when you compile things about me, it's every see he's doing this.
This is exactly
he's doing
what I'm
this.
talking about.
What do
Everything
you
I say
mean?
is.
Okay, one at a time, because I think now we're getting into a thing where you're both talking at the same time. I
My
can't
bad.
follow.
Go ahead. Finish your statement.
You know, Joe, I really you do things on purpose, and that's my point. Okay, you don't have to go nuts. You've been around a bunch of dudes before who bust stones. You don't have to take offense of every little thing I say.
I do have to say that it offends you more when he busts your
100%.
stones than if
100%.
I did or
You brought up the
if
other day,
Kevin
it was a good
did.
point. And I tried to wrap it down, and I tried to enjoy the rest of the evening, and it was fine. But he says certain comments, and he does it over and over again. It's like you poke the bear one time, maybe he'll ignore it. You poke it again, maybe he'll ignore it. You poke it again, eventually he's going to freak the hell out and rip your head off.
Calm down.
I mean, that's what it comes down to eventually, though, right? Am I wrong?
Hey, you don't poke the
They
bear.
say-
I'm sorry. I'll let you talk, but
exactly what I'm talking about. Everything I say.
Well, I mean,
Everything I say, he's saying back to me. Do you not see that's what he's doing?
no, I do see. I see what he said, but I mean, I would ask you the same question. Don't you do the same thing that you're accusing him of? I mean, don't you?
Not
Don't
first.
you bust stones on people all the time?
I do, and I was trying to have a great time, and trying to just be fun when we were golfing.
Right.
But I feel like that he puts the knife in the side and he twists it, and he twists it some more, and he twists it until you get a reaction. Like he'll stop once you get a reaction. He'll stop. And be like, oh, what are you reacting for? Well, you lit a fire under my foot. I'm not going to move my foot. Oh, that's so weird that you moved your foot up. There's a fire underneath there. But he lights the fire every time, and then he'll build it bigger and bigger until you react to it. I didn't react to the first hole. I didn't react to the second hole until he clucked. Then he had to do it again on the third hole until I reacted. And then you're like, oh, look at him. He's such a bad guy. What a douche.
You know, Joe, just like when we were playing ping pong.
Don't worry, talking to you. I don't know why he keeps on saying you know Joe.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Tell me.
Can't help himself. Sorry.
Just like when we were playing ping pong, when he couldn't handle losing. It's like where everybody plays games, everybody wins, everybody loses, but he can't lose to me. He can't lose to me.
I don't know. I'll just go in his defense a little bit here.
Yeah.
I don't think Joe can lose to anybody. He's very competitive in all the games. He doesn't
And
like.
we saw that in the golf game.
You know, you're
He
very
was
competitive.
losing.
I don't think
he had to pitch a fit.
I won the freaking golf game. What the hell are you talking about?
After you had an
What the hell is he talking
absolute
about? I won the
conniption.
golf game.
Yeah.
After he had an absolute conniption.
Well,
and
he-
made it awkward for everybody.
Because he couldn't shut his mouth.
But
Nobody had a problem, Joe.
oh God, I don't think he had a problem because he
No.
wasn't winning, because he was winning the whole thing. I think his problem was different than that. I think his problem was more that you tripping over stuff. Yeah, you were saying stuff on his swing and messing him up in it because he was winning. I don't think it was that you. I mean, well, I guess we were all kind of close together at that point. He wasn't really winning. We were all.
No, yeah, I don't care. I mean, look, I don't like. Who likes losing? Nobody likes losing.
I don't mind losing.
This is what I'm talking about.
Well, is that the problem? Is it just when we're doing a challenge or something?
It's no matter what I say, he's got to be the opposite. He should wear a shirt that says Mr. Opposite.
And you don't do the same
You want
thing.
a cape and some tights too? Go with it.
No capes.
But I mean, like, so
Don't wear
what-
capes.
Excuse me. For you guys to get along better, what would Weber have to change that you would be okay with?
Every way he interacts with me, he has to change.
Everything?
Majority.
Does he talk different to you than he does to me, or
Yes,
or Kevin,
I think he does.
or Tom?
I think he does. Yes.
Really?
In my opinion, I feel like that he does.
Well, that's funny because, in my opinion, I feel like you talk to me different than you talk to everyone else.
It's funny, Larry, because in my opinion, I 100% do talk to him differently than I do everybody else because he pisses me the hell off all the time.
Sheesh.
But
Well,
see-
you don't piss me off until you.
So aren't you? That's what I'm saying. Is like you're accusing him of the same thing that he's saying that you do. So can you change?
Yeah.
Can you stop talking to him the way differently than what you talk to all of us?
What I can, but what bothers me is the fact that if he doesn't change, then it's like he won. And he won a battle because then everybody looks and sees me as a bad guy and him being the right guy. I'm admitting I'm wrong. I'm changing because I'm admitting I'm wrong. That's how it's coming. That's how I feel it's going to be.
So it's like a competition. I mean, you're just basically made it like a competition. Like, in other words, like winning or losing. I mean, I don't understand.
I just want people to see my side.
I'm willing
No.
to change, Larry.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm asking you, Joe. It's like I'm not asking you about winning or losing because it shouldn't be a game, right? Like,
It's a game of life, bro. There's always winners and losers.
it's not a competition. Life's not a competition. We should be all getting along. That's the problem with some people's perspective on life, is that it's a competition. It should be where we all just try to get along, right?
I love getting along with people. You know that about me. I don't like fighting.
But for some reason, he's bugging you, right? And for some reason, you're bugging him. And I kind of feel like you guys are bugging each other, and you're for the same reasons.
It comes down to the fact that I think that he's purposely bugging me to get me riled up. That's how I
Are
feel.
you doing any of it on purpose?
I'm not doing anything.
I feel like he-